Yeah, what up, what up, what up? This is your boy King Series, and you are welcome back to my channel here. Alright, so today the tutorial is to show you guys how to get a clean mix from your home studio. You get it? Alright. So the reason sometimes you just want to record a song, you play a very nice beat and for your artist or for yourself, and you just want to get a clean mix, you record the vocals. At the end of the day, after that mixing and everything, say that the song sounds something that you don't even really wanna listen to. You get it? So today I'm here to help you solve this kind of problem. Alright. So first of all, the most important thing over here is okay, so let us listen to the song first, then we move on to the beat, then I'll show you the process how to get this kind of clean mix if you can't afford this kind of great and expensive equipment. You get it, the GS, whether microphone, studio monitors and the rest, to use some skills to get some kind of good sound for yourself so that you can improve on yourself as time goes on. But enough of the talking, your time will never be wasted and my time too will never be wasted. But please, if you are new to my channel here, please subscribe to support your boy because that thing helped me to grow too. Alright, so let's get into it. First of all, this is my own song and it's a freestyle. I try to do a freestyle, so it's a hip hop rap. So let's get into it. Yeah, say yeah with that.
Series beat.
What test flow? King Series. This is freestyle. Listen, yeah. It's 12 o'clock midnight and I'm still writing lines. I'm trying to shape my future cause currently we need time. Hello, who's on the line? Talk fast cause we need time. I wanna put my city where the map before I resign. World rapper, when the grind, make it things right for my mama. Mommy, they pray for me. Or don't understand that we need baby with time and when no one to say kata. Okay, yes, I didn't will feature shut and not bid. Cause the banner cause I had ya can I saw we yade. It be say yes, I said from me and I ain't chatty. Yan person talent be say back at them. Metiasin, longevity matters to me the most. Me person me banner watching be no my ghost. I feel my bed drop a track na mobu is a full field of training player and your bone go with the ghost. Yeah. Okay, so I mean you've listened to it and you know how it sounds now. It sounds clean, very nice. Alright. I'm not using an expensive mic though. I'm using NW700, which is newer. You can Google it and see it's a very cheap microphone, but at the end of the day it sounds clean and nice for you to listen to. You get it? Alright, so first of all, the main thing that you're supposed to understand when it comes to mixing is your gain staging. So you first have to make sure your beat is really gain stage well, meaning you set your levels really well. It's not about only EQing and adding the reverbs. The most important thing that you're supposed to do first, every producer and every genius producer will ever tell you, gain staging, setting your levels well. So let's go into the beat and let me show you one thing over here. I rewire it. So if I'm supposed to mute loop this side, this is where everything is happening. Okay. So if I play the beat here, you can really see that the beat is cleaned. So first of all, this is my 808 and followed by the kick. After the kick, then this. So this is how I did mix the beat. If you come to my mixer channel, on the 808, I just have EQ, and I EQ the low ends. So this is the kick rather. Sorry, I have the EQ. I EQ the high ends because without the EQ, I was having some high ends. If you listen, have you seen it? So I just EQ those high ends out of it. But before that, I did gain stage it before using the EQs and the reverb to treat it. Alright, so I first of all, whenever you are playing your beat, you bring all the samples onto this channel rack here. You make sure you just tweak the volumes here. You get it? So that you could get some kind of clear and perfect sound over here before you bring them to your mixer track. Then you come and gain stage it, right? You come and level it up. You just listen to it very well and see if there is a sound or any kind of instrument which is hitting harder or heavier than the others, you just bring it down, lower it. That's how we do it. Bring it down, lower it. Yes, you just minus and plus some. You add some of the volume to others, then you reduce some of them. Most importantly, after the drums, your drums are set. So let me mute this ones. When you listen to the drums, you can see that it is really clean. Other than if you don't gain stage well, that's where you get a very bad mix. If your drums, maybe the snare is hitting harder than some of the, or the snap here is hitting harder than others and the rest, please trust me, you won't get, no matter how what you do, you won't get um yeah, you won't get a clean mix. You get it? So, and this, when it comes to this instrument too, you see the way I've lowered it, but I've just hide it at the background. You get it? This is a rap song, so I really want to hear the words, what I'm really talking about. So I just bring it down at this level. And this vamp too from Purity. You see, I did the gain staging before adding the EQs and the reverb. It depends, because I just wanted to rap to it. It's different that I'm playing the beat just for playing sake without rapping to it. That one, sometimes you can see that the levels are up and it's great, but whenever a vocals is added to it, you're supposed to do some gain staging and also do some EQ and reverb to get some spaces so that the vocals will be in between. You get it? Okay, so first of all, that's the most important thing, gain staging. First, you just look at your channel rack and you make sure things are set correctly for you. No instrument you really hitting very hard and more than you're supposed to do. Then you come to your mixer track. You make sure you just tweak it. Sometimes you can even gain stage over here for it to sound really well. You won't even do anything on the master mixer track by adding some of the volumes or reducing some of the volumes. You get it? And sometimes you don't even need to EQ them and the rest, because not all of them that I did EQ, not all of them, but some of them I did EQ because I wanted to sound the way I think I was thinking at that time. You get it? Okay, so first of all, gain staging, then the second one, you add your EQs and the rest. All right, so after getting a clean and nice hitting instrument, first of all, we always say the sound selection matters the most. If you pick a very soft piano, then you go and pick very high like a lead synth and it's really making noise, trust me, it will be very hard for you to get that kind of clean mix you want. Okay, so if you listen to the beat, you can see that everything here is really soft. Everything that is playing here is really soft. From here, if you listen to this sound here, it's really down. So when it comes to my mixer track here, after reducing the volume without the EQ, this is how it sound. And the reverb, so you can see that it's really high, it's noisy and stuff, so I just have to make it soft. So this is how it sound now, so that I can have space in the mix, so that I can have some spaces in the mix. Okay, then if you listen to this one too, first of all, that one too, I did EQ the lows, and so without the EQ, this is how it sound. You can really see that it's muddy. There are a whole lot of muddiness at the low ends. You get it? So I have to create some space for the kick and those low instruments. You get it? All right. So this is how it sound. At first, I did use a brass when I was playing the beat, but after recording and mixing, I saw that the brass was really making noise in the beat, so I had to change it and choose a perfect sound for it. Sometimes you play the beat, but when it comes to the mixing, make sure you become selective. Don't just say I've played the beat and mix, so this how the beat supposed to be. Nah, after recording the vocals to it, you can just change the sound of it for it to fit it better. It happens everywhere. I've been to professional studios to see how sometimes they do their mixes and everything. So trust me, I'm talking to you in the right way. All right. So that is the sound there. Then this sound too. Okay, that's what I just showed you. You can see all of them are just soft sound, which is really low. You get it? So your sound selection matters. Then your gain staging. After that, if you want to add EQ, compressor, or anything effect to it to sound anything, then you go ahead and do it. But if not, and you think it sound better for you, then you move on. Then after that, let's move on to the vocals. So after getting some kind of clean mixes for the beat, my kick hitting well for me this time around. I didn't even side change my kick. If you look at this, I did not even side change my kick, you get it, to the 808, but it still played great and I love it. All right, okay. So the vocals, already told you I'm not using an expensive mic like NT1A and the Shure 77 and the rest, but I'm using NW700. You can just Google it and check for Amazon or anywhere and see. Okay, so for this time it's the freestyle, so I didn't even create a group for it. What I just did was just put the effect on it straightforward. So if you listen to the vocals just like that, this is how it sound.
It's 12 o'clock midnight and I'm still writing lines. I'm trying to shape my future cause currently we need time. Hello, who's on the line? Talk fast cause we need time. I wanna
Raw vocals and you know how it sounds. So first of all, I just EQ'd the low ends and some of the high ends because I was really having those kind of T-tests, too much of it. So I cut some of the high ends out of it and cut some of the frequency which was just popping up in my ears. You get it? So I just have to EQ them out. After that, then I compressed some of the vocals. If you check really well here, let me open it well for you. You can really see that this dynamic, it's not really straight. This here is different. It's not really loud. It's not really higher than like this side. You get it? So I just use the compressor. That's the work of the compressor, just to tighten it up. You get it? Around 28 and my ratio 2. I lost some kind of weight in it, so I had to boost the volume up. Right? Okay. After that, then I DS it because I was having a whole lot of high the sibilances in it. So I just had to use this and treat it to the way I want it to be. Then we move on to the another compressor just to tighten because I didn't want all the. By this time around, I selected a preset here. Aggressive from, if you are using a far filter 1, you get it, aggressive. Then I just push the threshold to -18 because if you select the preset, it won't give you the settings. So I tweak the threshold together with the attack and the release, and I just open up the volume a little bit. Alright, so that's the thing that I did over there. So if you listen to it right now, this is how it sounds.
put my city on the map before I resign. World rapper, when the grind, making things right for my mama.
Alright, there's something that I need to mute here. Okay, so after that, I thought that there were some frequency that need to be out and the rest. So I just EQ'd again, then boosted this highs to give it presence so that I could feel the vocals like it's really in my face and somebody is talking to me. You get it? Yeah. So after this, then I just added my saturation. You already know, if you have been to this channel for a very long time, you really see that I always use this for my saturation. So I just push it up to 30.43. Then I chose this clean tape. Sometimes I use warm tape or old tape, but this time around I use clean tape just to get a clean mix because I'm talking to you. It's a rap, it's a freestyle, and I'm talking to you. Get it? Yes. So you're supposed to listen to whatever I'm saying. This is not a singing or Afrobeat that you're supposed to enjoy together with the beat bouncing yourself. Alright, enough of the talking. Let's go. Then I added this DSA again just to by this time around I selected this preset wide band. Then I got -18, which sounded great for me and I want it.
Hello, who's on the line? Talk fast cause we need time. I wanna put my city on the map before I resign. World rapper, when the grind, making things right for my mama.
Okay, making things right for my mama. Then the next thing I did was this compressor because I lost some what do we call it, some volume, just to bring it a little bit up. When it comes to mixing, please, you need not to copy all my settings. I can show you the process of mixing, but I cannot let you know how to mix. You get it? It's a time and you're supposed to be doing it and listening to commercial songs, as I've been saying, listening to great songs, and supposed to be learning together. You watch tutorials and you go to professional studios and you just ask questions. Whenever we are mixing, whenever every producer is mixing, that person will be talking to himself. I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to EQ this, okay, let me do this and see, let me try and error, then you get what you really want. You get it? Okay, you do this kind of try error, try and error, and then you get what you really want. That's why we don't have a specific settings for mixing that everybody can learn and just be applying it. Okay, after this,
Mommy, they pray for me, or don't understand that we
so
need
together with the beat,
baby, I will time and will no one to say kata. Okay, yes, I then I will feature shut and up it. Cause the banner casa haria can I saw we yade. It be say yes,
and the most important thing here before I move on, whenever you are mixing, please make sure you had a good vocals. If you don't record the vocals well, you are just saying anything, like not the words in particular, how you are just delivering your flow and everything. If you are not doing it in the right way and you are not recording it the right way, you just because sometimes if you check your audio interface, you are using sound card audio interface. Sometimes the preamp, people will just open the volume up so that when you record, you see that this kind of wave here will be filling all the tops here. You get it? You won't have a room for, because whenever you add effect, it adds some kind of a little volume to it. So if you don't have a space here and you're adding those things to it, how are you going to get that kind of clean? Because if you add the compressor to it and you boost it, it add another volume to it. Other than that, you'll be getting some kind of muddy sound here, muddy vocals. Trust me. So you're supposed to bring if you are using your audio interface, you lower it. Then even when the person shouts, you wouldn't be getting something big which is filling everything here. You get it? The waves, the white thing here will be filling everything here. You're supposed to get some spaces so that whenever you add effect, even when the volumes are being increased, there will still be some space for it to be clean. You get it? Okay, so you check that thing very well too. Mixing doesn't come just recording and just putting effects. You're supposed to know all those things from the ground, then you build it from the ground to the top. Okay. So after this, then we just have to bring in some spaces. That's the reverb and the delays and the rest. So I added the send, the reverb. This time around, I used reverb from what do we call it, waves, and these are my settings: 20.0. Then my time is 2.0. Then the room side I didn't even touch it. So this is what I said. But I selected plate 2. First of all, what I did was to select the preset, but after that, the preset wasn't working for me, so I had to, tweak it and just make some changes to the reverb so that it fits what I really want. So I just got the low here and boost the highs here, and okay, the delay, the diffusion too. I just made some changes to it and choose here, and the damping. But I will really do a video about reverb and explain the reverb to you very well. Okay, so this is what I did for the reverb. So and without the reverb,
activity matters to me the most. Me person me by now watching be no my ghost. I feel my bed drop a track na mo bunny so full.
Okay, so that's the settings I did. After that, then so you, after doing those kind of settings, you just adjust it together with this. Don't just put it on it and open it up. You get it? You set it together with the beat and see if it's too much or it's not too much. Okay, then I have the delay tool on it. This is a ping point. This is a stock plugin from Cubase if you're having Cubase, but you can use any delay. Sometimes I use each delay from waves and others. Okay, so 1/4, then my mix around 10. Then I just, because whenever you are adding this, it also add a volume to it. Check it, it add a volume to it. So you just need to use your ears to listen to the beat whilst this thing is playing. So far as you have been able to clean up your beat and make sure that there are spaces in it, you know how to apply it. And then you know what the this doubler will do for me. I always make sure that to get a stereo sound, sometimes I use a little toy sound, but this time I use from Waves doubler, which is I just push this side to here and move this one to the top over here, so that I could get this kind of wide vocals. You get it? After mastering, I will be getting wide sound. It wouldn't be like a mono something which is inside the middle. Okay, then I just mute this middle part to get this side and side, because I wanted a what do we call it, a stereo sound. So that's all I did. So to get a clean mix, first of all, to summarize everything, first of all, you're supposed to make sure that you recorded the good vocals and your beats are really in stage very well. You select the right sound. Okay, select the right sound for your beat. Make sure you can stage it very well before you even apply all those kind of effects, EQ, reverb, and delays and the compressors. If you want to add them to, yes, and the vocals to when recording, make sure your preamp is really set to a perfect way whereby whenever even the person shout, it wouldn't be blasting. It won't fill all this kind of place. You have some spaces over there, and if the person doesn't shout, you get it, so that whenever effects are being added, you get some spaces for it to be added smoothly. Okay, and know how to set your volumes together with the beat, your vocal volumes together with the beat, so that it will be nice. All right, so that is all. Let's listen to it for the last time. Please, if you are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe to support your boy, like and comment to this video. Your time will never be wasted. My time will never be wasted. I'm out.
Yeah. It's 12 o'clock midnight and I'm still writing lines. I'm trying to shape my future cause currently me need time. Hello, who's on the line? Talk fast cause me need time. I wanna put my city on the map before I resign. World rapper, on the grind, making things right for my mama. Mommy they pray for me, or don't understand that we need